welcome. It's Friday around 8:45 a.m. What am I doing home on a Friday, you may ask? I am not doing my shift this week at the clinic. I have a weekly volunteer shift at a clinic not too far from here. I knew yesterday afternoon, I was complaining yesterday of some back pain that I thought might have been sciatica pain or somehow related to my scoliosis or whatnot. I knew by yesterday afternoon I could barely stand upright. I knew that I probably wasn't going to make it in today. So I did call my supervisor and let her know yesterday afternoon that something was going on. I am in a significant amount of pain today. I've taken my ibuprofen already. Hopefully that will help a little bit. I have a heating pad strapped to my back. I'm trying not to stand too much, as much as I can help it. Just trying to have my coffee and be in a good mood. I've been doing a little coloring last night and this morning, which is helping, and I'm going to go back to that and just kind of sit here and wait patiently for my husband to come home tonight to help me. I really want to take a shower, but I'm afraid of triggering a spasm in the shower and slipping and falling, and then of course there not being anybody here to help me. My daughter isn't even here to call anybody on the phone for help because she's in school. So I'm just going to try to sit tight and craft and not get up as much as possible. I have my coffee, so I have everything that I need, and my markers are all out, and I've been coloring, so I'm just going to try to color and watch YouTube on my computer, which is right here, and relax today. If I get up at some point, I'll grab the cuddle bug behind me so at least I can die cut my coloring. But stuff is starting to come in. My Black Friday stuff is starting to come in, and I'm really grateful for my daughter, who is a strong little sweet pea, and also my landlord / neighbor's son, who is here visiting. He was for last week for Thanksgiving. He's only here for a couple of more days with the lifting and the carrying of stuff. The electric drum set, which was the big gift for my husband this year, arrived yesterday. UPS was kind enough to bring it onto the porch for me. Normally UPS leaves packages at the end of the road. He was kind enough to bring it up on the porch for me, and we just had to get it inside of the house. My daughter helped me wrap it, or we wrapped just the sides that you could see. We didn't bother with underneath, and we kind of pushed it back underneath the Christmas tree, up against the wall. So, and then there's other stuff stacked in front of it, so it's not super noticeable. At least my husband didn't notice anything was off or large back there. So, grateful for all of their help with getting, and that's of course the biggest thing that I have coming. According to UPS, that's a 66-pound box. I have not been able to lift anything over 15 pounds for years, so I am grateful for a physically strong and large daughter. Both my husband and I are quite tall, and my daughter is very tall as well, and just strong-backed girl, which is nice to see, and of course my landlord's son with help with that. But then the regular mail is coming. I've been getting Christmas cards, and I haven't gotten any handmade Christmas cards yet, but I'll be sure to show if I get any. We've been getting Christmas cards that I've been hanging up on my wall behind me. I got a bunch of my Black Friday orders yesterday, including a hauler order, which wasn't a Black Friday technically, but still something that I've been kind of waiting for and I've been talking about for a week. And I'm really excited to kind of show that off because I'm really pleased with what's going on with that. So let's see, why don't we get started with the smaller stuff. I've got hauler on this side of me, and I've got smaller stuff on this side of me. So let's start with the smaller stuff before I turn in that direction. My LulaRoe order came in, and I was able to score. They're doing a new all black line called the Noir, and my dealer got me, reserved for me, a pair of black, just plain black leggings in my size. They're clean. They already have pet hair all over them because we have pets. I haven't even had a chance to wear these yet, and they're super attracting pets. I've been picking cat hair and dust all off of this, so it's that same really soft, nice material, but it is just, everything is being sucked to it. It's just gravitating That's okay, whatever. I'm really excited to have a pair of black. I might. She did when she got her order. Let me start at the beginning. Sorry, she got her order and she contacted me via private message and said, "You mentioned that you were interested in all black leggings. I have a pair for you. Would you like them?" And I said, "Of course." And she billed me right away. So that was before she even did her unboxing show, her live feed. For unboxing and sales. So, but of course, and so I already had the leggings, and then she did the unboxing, or not the unboxing, but the live show, showing off her new stuff. And she didn't get much. She's a very small seller. I think the way that it worked is kind of the big sellers kind of hogged everything. So as a small consultant, she was lucky enough to get the few small pieces she did. But when she was doing the presentation live on Facebook, I happened to notice she had like 3 more pairs of black in my size. So I might be greedy in another week or so when my spending money refreshes. I might be greedy and ask her if I can get another pair, just because black leggings I can wear to the clinic. I would be a little less self-conscious about wearing out in public than, some of the big loud prints. And of course they substitute as tights underneath dresses and long tunics this time of year. They are exceedingly warm. So I'm really happy to have these. I'm excited to wear these. I was hoping to wear them today, but I wanted to show them off, and I haven't been able to shower yet, so I will probably wait until tonight and change into these. Okay, sorry, I'm moving really slow, and I'm trying not to gasp or whine or anything on here, so I'm really sorry. Thanks for being patient with me. So the next thing I placed another Butterfly Reflections order. This is a much smaller order than the first one that I did. I had already kind of picked through their clearance, and a couple of clearance things that I wanted to go back for more were out of stock. So let's see. Got my price list here. I believe I got a coupon code. And it's not, oh, here we go. Black Friday coupon code was 25% off, which is what I used. So the first thing I got, this was not on sale, and I've not seen it on sale anywhere, so I figured I would just go ahead and take the plunge. It's the Lawn Fawn Rose Gold Embossing Powder. This is my very first Lawn Fawn embossing powder as well, so I figured it would be a nice way to launch into the Lawn Fawn embossing powder. Of course, I've seen the color on other things, and it's gorgeous. So I'm really excited. It's sealed. That's okay. Hey, that's probably a good thing, because I'd get it everywhere and not be able to reach behind me to get stuff to clean it up. So whatever. So Rose Gold Embossing Powder, regular price $5.77, plus I got 25% off with the coupon code. Just a couple of more things that I picked up on clearance. Not much. Just some packets of gold foiled stickers. I thought that these, again, I have that stupid light. I don't know where that pole is. It's not my tripod. It's not my light here. Something behind me is casting that shadow. I'm really sorry. Someday I'll get a professional setup and maybe have one of those neat fancy cameras that hangs up above, but the room, I'm in the main room of the house, and it's like a big cathedral ceiling, and I can't see us being able to hang anything from that high up. My husband's afraid of heights. He's not getting up there to attach a camera, so maybe when we move, we're hoping to buy a house in the summer. So anyway, so these gold stickers on clearance, I figured that I could use them to decorate pocket letters because they're nice and small, or Happy Mail, or whatever. They're from Studio Calico. These were on clearance. They were 46 cents. And even if I don't use them myself, they're still new and sealed, so these would be nice to just slip into a Happy Mail just to give away the stickers. And then these stickers from Snap, calendar stickers. I just picked these up for my planner. Clearance, $1.15 for this package. There's 480 stickers in here, so that's pretty cool. There's a bunch of different varieties in here. Some of them won't be applicable to me, but that's okay. And the last thing I got, it was sold as a set, although I do think that you can get them together. The Yeti Go stamp and die set from Lawn Fawn. This was $17.77 for the set, which I probably wouldn't have paid if it wasn't for the 25% off coupon. And I'm really excited. I love Yetis. He's really cute. I'm thinking just, this isn't particularly Christmassy. This is just going to be great for my winter birthday cards and just nice snow-themed greetings. Really cute. And then, of course, the die set. Nothing too special or unfamiliar there. And it was, let's see, $5 for shipping, which seems to be their standard, just flat rate price is $5 for shipping. So my subtotal was $25.61. I used the Black Friday 25% off coupon, which saved $6.40. Plus shipping was $5, brought my total to $24.21. Excuse me, $24.21. I might as well just leave this stuff out of the package because I'm going to make little envelopes. And look at this bubble mailer, this pretty seafoam green color. I think it's very pretty. I did happen to read, I got an email from Vanessa, who's the woman that I believe owns and runs Butterflies Reflections. It was her birthday, I think yesterday, the day before, and she was doing a promotion, and I didn't participate in that because I had blown so much money on everything else on Black Friday. I'm already like through my spending money for forever. I'm now hoping that my Etsy sales are really good this week because there's more stuff that I want to pick up over the weekend. My Favorite Things release is coming out, and of course it's December now with Simon Says Stamp. Like, oh my god. Okay, so anyway. So Vanessa was doing a promotion that I didn't participate in, and I read further down in her email, and she was talking about how she had so many sales from over the weekend that she's still trying to play catch up, and that she had run out of bubble mailers and so on and so forth. And if you ever see this, good choice picking up this color. I love it. I love it. Okay, so, oh my goodness. So we've done LulaRoe and Butterfly Reflections. Y'all are going to be mad at me. Coffee break. Oh my. Okay, that banging you're hearing is the rabbit is chasing both of the cats. The cats are about 2 times the size of the rabbit, but the rabbit has got attitude. They're terrified of her. Hey, sweetie. So I went back again to Whimsy Stamps and bought more stuff for Black Friday. They have lovely, lovely stamps. I am cheap, and I almost never shop anything that's not clearance in most places. So a few exceptions like this stuff, but if it's special enough, then I'll swing for it. I love Whimsy Stamps, but I also love their clearance section as one of the most generously filled and generously priced clearance sections for such a high quality item. I'm a huge fan of Whimsy Stamps, so I just went crazy. And when I say went crazy, you're going to be like, you're crazy that you didn't buy more. Because some of the, like, it's just unbelievable, these prices, and I'll tell you what the end, what everything was here. So, of course, I got my free gifts. They give a little free red rubber stamp, and I haven't stamped this out yet. I think the bottom one is thank you. I'm not very good with reading reverse writing here. I think we've got a happy birthday and a thank you. And I have a drawer for my red rubber and mounted stamps, so I'll just kind of slip that in there. Okay, so let's just get started. This is all clearance section stuff. I love clearance, and I do not mind buying stuff off season because I will just store it until the next season comes around, and that's how I save money. That's how I can do so much with what's so little with our budget. And I'll show you, one of the things I got from Holler is a new storage solution, so we'll get to that. Okay, so Whimsy Stamps. This is called Fall Feathers. It's a beautiful red rubber stamp and a really good size too. Sometimes I forget and I try to reach for something slowly and then I hurt myself. So it's 3-inch stamp, red rubber. Their red rubber is really nice. Their clear stamps are really nice, and so is their red rubber. I just prefer clear stamps just because you get more stamps in a set and they're easier to store than the red rubber for me. But this was completely worth it because this stamp was $1. Red rubber, actual brand name, legit, gorgeous, beautiful stamp was $1. Of course, I'm not going to turn that down. If I don't use this for myself, what I do, especially with my clearance finds, is I leave everything in their original packaging until I use it, obviously. Because if I need an emergency gift or something to fill a Happy Mail or whatever, I can give this away. I don't mind giving it away for $1. So until I use it, it's going to stay in the package. So Fall Feathers, $1. Doe Dreaming. This gorgeous stamp. Again, red rubber. $1. Alpaca Afternoon. Red rubber. $1. Trying to get... I thought I had this organized, but I guess not. Who needs organization? Okay. This is a birthday die. I don't know if I've ever used a Whimsy stamp die. This may be my first one. I'll have to check my section. I'm not in a position where I can just get up and go look, but this may be my first Whimsy die ever. $1. So I will, when I cut this, I'll report back on how that goes. Okay, so now we're getting into the clear stamps. Last week, excuse me, I talked about and hauled a beautiful, gorgeous, large background stamp. And I forget what it's called, but I actually used it in another video when I tried gold foiling for the first time. I decided, well, I realized that I never went, like, fully checked the section to see if they had any other die stamps on clearance, but they do. This one, and I'm trying to find what the name of it is here, Winter Afghan. Another huge, gorgeous background stamp. And if it's anything 6 inches by 4 inches, if it's anything like how the other stamp worked, it's going to stamp beautifully and perfectly the first time and never give me any issues. $4 for this background stamp. Oh my god. So now we're moving on into the stamp sets. Let's see. Again, I thought that I had organized these, but I guess not. Okay, this one is called Need More. It's a clear stamp set. It's kind of tea themed. I believe this one was $5 for this 4x6 stamp set. Photopolymer. Excellent quality. Just beautiful. They stamp beautifully the first time. I don't even need to condition these. The price, I just can't even. I grabbed punny messages. Of course I did, because I'm all about the puns. I thought the bride and the groom apples were absolutely adorable, and there's a sentiment on here that says "happily ever after," which I thought was perfect and adorable. I have a lot of like princess fantasy unicorn, you know, theme stamp sets, and I was thinking about maybe like a big castle in the background and kind of set up a little apple wedding scene. Just really cute. So this is why I picked it out. And of course the fact that it was $5 for the whole set. I Whaley Like You. I love puns. So this is a gorgeous set. This next set is Kitty Cat, so of course I had to get it. It's called Isis, Little Isis Relaxing. This one, for some reason, I took a gamble on it and I ordered it. I think maybe whoever sets up their website isn't an expert scanner of images, because the photo of this product looked really choppy and like, you know, not. And I took a chance thinking, well, maybe it's just the quality of the photograph, and it was just the quality of the photograph. These are beautiful images. I love kitty cats. And all of the cute little punny sentiments. Perfect. This was $5. This is called A Little Birdie Told Me, or just Little Birdie Told Me, also $5. This is one of the ones that I had meant and I thought that I bought the time before this Whimsy Stamps haul, and I didn't, so I did now. Just really cute. I was thinking that this might make a nice watercolor card, and I want to do some more watercoloring. I like watercoloring. Okay, just 2 more to go, guys, from Whimsy. This one is called Wedding Day. $5, just some wedding day sentiments. I don't do a lot of wedding cards, but for $5, I thought that I should have this on hand just in case. I already kind of looked in the bride and the groom apple stamp. I might use some of the sentiments with that instead of the appley. Who knows? I don't do a lot of wedding stuff, but I liked the sentiments, and of course I like the brand, and even you know, some of these might make for a nice just anniversary card or something. Okay, I believe, did I already say that was $5? I may have already said that was $5. Maybe. Okay, and the last one is called Baked with Love. This was also $5. This is another one where the photograph on the site was not as clear and as crisp, so I kind of took a chance figuring it's Whimsy Stamps, they're not going to let me down. They didn't let me down. The stamps in reality are much more beautiful than the photographs on the website. We should open one up and stamp it and see if I have my stamp pads accessible and see how it comes out. First try. You just don't need to condition these, and it's great. Sorry, I'm moving really slow and awkward. And I didn't plan this, or I would have had more stuff accessible. Let's open one up and stamp it. Just so that we can see. I like these little eggs. Really thick, nice quality photopolymer. And of course my stamp chamois isn't wet. And I'm not getting up to wet it, so we're going to grab a baby wipe here. I'm going to try to get off this chair as little as humanly possible today. I don't want to disturb the heating pad that I have strapped to my back, and I'm sitting in the chair just so that the heating pad is squashing a place where I kind of need it a lot on my back. Alright, so I'm using Ranger Archival ink. I'll just grab, this is the normal cardstock that I used for stamping. It was intended for another project, but I will just, beautiful. No conditioning needed. Love it. I will trust Whimsy Stamps. They do still have tons of stuff on clearance, and they do have a lot more stuff than I've ordered. I don't mind hanging on to stuff if I think that I might need it someday, or to have it just because, but some of their stuff and some of their artists is just not my style, which is fine. So I didn't literally buy one of everything that's in the clearance department, but close to it. I love my Whimsy Stamps. They're beautiful, and they're just really cute. This little girl is really cute. So this will make a nice card. I showed it in another video, an Etsy trade that I did with another Etsy shop owner, and got a apron for my daughter, and it ended up being kind of the wrong apron. And they also sent me, they're supposed to send me a stocking for my daughter, and they didn't. They sent me like a pot holder, but the pot holder happens to match the apron, so I'm just going to keep them and do a gift for my daughter for Christmas, and because she loves to help me cook, and she's learning how to cook. Just like my mother kind of taught me early, in the kitchen doing stuff, I'm trying to do the same thing with her. And kind of like stove and oven safety is a big thing with us, so the pot holder's kind of cool. But I was thinking about turning it into like a big gift, and getting her own set of mixing spoons and her own measuring cups, and but not like kid play stuff like she has for her toy kitchen, like legitimate, actual stuff for the kitchen, so she can kind of have her own stuff and do her own thing in the kitchen next to me. So this might make a really cute little card that I can slip in the box, the Christmas box for her. And maybe I'll leave it uncolored so that she can color the little girl, but it's really cute. And of course, like if you do holiday baking, we do a lot of holiday baking. These make nice gift tags for holiday baking. This is kind of a thing that we used to do when we were growing up. I have 3 older half-brothers, but I have 2 younger sisters that lived with us full-time. Our brothers did not. And we used to bake sugar cookies every year with our mother, but not like just a tray of sugar cookies. We used to bake hundreds and hundreds of cookies every year, rolling them out, cutting them out with the cookie cutter. And one of the big things was decorating them. My mother would make tons of different colors of buttercream frosting, and we used to have all the sprinkles, and it was like this big, huge production. It took over the whole kitchen for a whole day. It was just everybody decorating hundreds of sugar cookies, and we used to give the cookies. Our extended family used to look forward to the cookies every year. We'd get the big plastic holiday trays and load them up with cookies and wrap them up and put a big bow on it, and that was kind of like a gift to extended family. And we carry on that tradition today. We didn't do it for a few years, but when Leah, my daughter, was born, I should back this up slightly. I have a half-brother and his family, his wife and daughter, who lived in Florida for many years, and they just moved back to New Hampshire a couple of years ago. So this tradition started before they came back, but that little girl is slightly older than my daughter. So this started when my daughter was born, but even though this cousin is older, now they're included in the tradition because they live locally. Anyway, so when my daughter was born, we started doing it again. We resurrected the family cooking thing. So like the first year, because Leah was, just a toddler, we did it here, and I hosted, and we had a big folding table set up, and we baked. My 2 sisters came over, and my mother came over, and we baked the cookies, and we decorated the cookies, and we decorated them with Leah, who was just a toddler and making a big mess, and so on and so forth. And then like the next year another sister did it, and the next year my sister's daughter was born, so she was included in the tradition. And then my brother Mark and his family moved back to New Hampshire, so then of course they were included in the tradition. So now we have my niece and my sister-in-law with us. No boys allowed, so my brother doesn't come, but my sister-in-law comes. And I should say no grown-up boys. I do have a nephew who is now included as well. So now it's like this big thing. My mom and my sisters and my sister-in-law and all of our children, and we get together at somebody's house once a year in early December, and we just bake cookies until we can bake cookies no more. And then my mother makes the world's most enormous vat of her homemade buttercream frosting with real butter, and we'd separate them out into little bowls, and we'd make tons of different colors and hundreds of different sprinkles, and we just color them with our kids. And some of the most awkward, disgusting looking cookies ever, and some that look really, really nice. And we do the same thing. We stack them up on trays, and we give them out to relatives and so on and so forth. And I'd say that long story. We also do our holiday gift exchange. We found with the kids and nieces and stuff, we found that if we do it after we're done with the cookies, it works out great, and it relieves a lot of pressure later in the month to get back together with those siblings and their families to do an actual, closer to Christmas. So definitely something to consider. If you have our family is not religious. We're mostly atheists, so the religious, the Christmas mass, that part of Christmas isn't there for us. So Christmas more for us is just celebrate with your loved ones in a way that, whatever way you see fit. So we have no issue with, say, I think this year it's going to be December 10th. We're getting together and we're going to bake cookies, and we'll do our small little Christmas before we all part ways, because we've all got in-laws and traveling and, all of this stuff, and we've got kids in 100 different directions. And this is the first year that my sister is divorced, so she's going to have to get her daughter to, her former in-laws. I don't know, she's getting married again next month. She's getting married in January for the second time, so she's going to have to make arrangements. She's already talking about how stressed she is trying to work out how to make sure that they can still have Christmas with her future in-laws. So just a lot of stress, a lot of stuff with that associated going on. So we found that if we make a fun day out of doing the Christmas cookies and also kind of get our Christmas out of the way with each other and with the children, it's a lot better. And especially with the little ones, Christmas can be really overwhelming, especially if you travel and have to do remember when Leo was younger, we used to have to do like 6 different Christmases because both, you know, Rod's parents and my parents were separated. So you automatically you've got 4 sets of grandparents. You're right then and there, and then, you know, Christmas with these friends and Christmas here and Christmas here, and it was really overwhelming, and it's a lot on the little kids. So it's nice to kind of have one already done and out of the way a few weeks even before Christmas. So definitely think about something like that. And I tell this whole story because, you know, all those cookies, these would make really cute gift tags to go with those trays of cookies this year for the various relatives. Sorry for the long, yeah. I'm a little out of sorts the past couple of days. I assure you that it's not just the camera. I will just talk and talk and talk until I'm blue in the face most of the time. It's kind of odd that I also would have insomnia. They say that quiet people have insomnia because they have too much going on unsaid by bedtime. And it's like, no, I've pretty much said it all. What I lack, though, is companionship. I lack anybody saying anything back. I'm quite accustomed to speaking to the pets all day long. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Okay, moving on. This is already a half an hour long video. I'm probably going to call it here, and then I'll do Holler and Hallmark Scrapbook and Crafts in another video, just to break this up a little bit. I don't want to bore anybody to death on a regular basis for an hour in a row. I am aware how much I talk and how much I ramble on, so I do get a little envious of the people that can just boom, 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 whip through and do it. But let me know if you have any holiday traditions or anything that makes you happy. I don't have a lot of happy childhood memories of Christmas because I grew up in a house that was filled with a lot of abuse and rage, and even at holiday time it was something that carried on. So we had kind of a few little things that we got to do with our mom that weren't infringed upon by more oppressive people. So, and that was one of them. So I'll always kind of remember Christmas cookies and the happiness with that. So I'm going to end this video here, and I will start. Oh, I didn't even talk about. Okay, so my total for Whimsy stamps was $29.50. I used the Black Friday discount code, which took off $8.50 plus $5 for shipping, brought my total to $34.50 for all of these stamps. These are beautiful red rubber and clear photopolymer stamp sets. This is a huge, huge thing. Okay, so that was my Whimsy stamp stuff. There we go with that. All right, sorry. All right, so I'm going to end this here, and I will start recording again to make a second video for those other 2 things. So if you've stuck with me, thank you very much. Let me know about any cute holiday traditions you might have, because I'd love to hear about it. I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.